Live and raw, Runnin Gunnin with KG and the Ringmaster. It's the Diggin with KG and Ringy Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show. Coming to you from the prestigious ATC studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, where we talk about treasure hunting, metal detecting, and just about everything else. Except for goat roping, corn dogs, llama farms, and unicycles. That's where we draw the line. So without further ado, here are your beloved international superstar television hosts, King George and Ringmaster Tim.
Are you there, Cage?
Yay! Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
All right.
I'm here. Forgot how to do this again. You know, we had Florida, and then we had some weeks off, and then we had 1 week, and then 3 weeks off. Golly.
I know.
Viewers like crazy.
Here we go. Yeah, there you are. There's your beautiful face. Look at you.
Yeah, still got a little bit of a delay, you know, but that's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, somebody someday will help us fix it all.
Yes, sir.
So,
what have you been up to? Anything good?
Well, you know what I've been up to, man. We've
been in Montana with me.
Yeah, exactly. We had a couple of awesome weeks in Montana, and we'll talk more about that probably even next week, but we've got Butch Holcombe on tonight, so we've definitely got plenty to talk about. Yeah, we had a great time in Montana, didn't we? I mean, we hunted a bunch of different sites and kind of went back to some of our old sites and stuff and had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice to hang out with the boys again. We got the original Team ATC back together.
Yeah,
so that was nice. We're all getting a little grayer and a little older and a little slower, but you know what? We can still dig with the best of them, I think, huh?
Look at that. That was 2010. There's 11-year gap between those two pictures right there.
Dang.
That is just so weird, you know? Look at us like we're...
Should have put that one up with our big heads.
That was a good one. Yeah, so anyway, we have so much to talk about. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know if it's been posted yet or not. Yeah, I guess I did post something yesterday or the day before. But in case you don't know, August and the rest of this month, we're starting the big Apex contest. We are giving away an Apex at the end of August. And, you know, most of you guys that have been with us for a while, y'all know how to do this. You know how it works. Leave any comment on this podcast, on the original post, which will come out later tonight. And, you know, all the rules are in there. Well, you'll see it all. But, yeah, all you got to do is leave a comment and say something about an Apex, and you're entered. And you may win a brand new Apex.
Brand new Apex. And then you'll be amongst us.
Amongst the elite.
That's all I got right there.
Yeah, that's all you had.
I didn't want to sound too bad, and then everybody was like, "Oh, you guys."
I know. It's like, oh, you think you're elite?
You got to be careful.
I know.
All three of our viewers will be off.
I know. They'll abandon us.
I got to say a couple things. We got some really cool stuff. When I was at the Red Dirt Dig in Oklahoma, Delbert Humphreys from Big D's Coin Rings gave me a $55 silver $half coin ring to give away on our podcast. So we got that.
Cow.
Thing. I really wanted to keep it, you know, but I figured he might be watching, and then he'd be like, "Hey, what happened to that coin ring?" And then I'd been busted. So
right. So what is it?
Give this baby away.
Tell me what it is again.
A silver $half. I'm not exactly sure. I should know what dimension it is, but it ain't. But it's a silver $half made into a ring, and they sell for $55. So we're gonna be giving that away. I don't know about probably next week. I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, you want to give that away next week? All right,
next week. Yeah.
We'll give that away next week.
And then I got Jerry Ash, my good buddy from Baxter Springs, Kansas. He's going to donate a pinpointer, a brand new pinpointer AT for one of our episodes coming up. So, and we got a whole truckload of stuff that people are giving us to give away on our podcast. So all you have to do is tune in, and you could be rich.
Exactly. You could be in the club, in the Garrett Club. That'd be great.
Yeah. Freebie club.
Yeah, in the freebie club. Yeah. And so tonight, what we're going to give away tonight, we're going to give away multiple things tonight. So We still have some megalodon teeth. That was extremely popular last week or whenever it was, a month ago, whenever we did our last show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still have some sections of meg teeth left, and people are saying, "Oh, do you have any more?" And yeah, we do. So we'll give one away tonight in the prize pack, along with, we've got this. This has been sitting on my desk forever. I'm going to show you this real quick. We'll give this away with the meg teeth and a bunch of other stuff, of course, as usual. But this is kind of cool. There's a whole bunch of different patches, and there's some that aren't even shown here. There's some from like Gary Penta, some diving patches, and this whole patch collection, the 50-year patch, all these different things. We'll give that away, included with a meg tooth. And
a ton of people that love patches. I mean, I get requests from all over the world. Hey, you got one of these patches for me? So that's an awesome little patch collection.
It is. They're highly collectible, KG. Highly collectible.
Deliciously desirable, Ringy.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
All right, now.
But I'm excited for this man right here. The legendary Butch Holcombe. I mean, that's like got to be one of our top guests of all time.
Yeah, it does. I think so. I mean, he definitely beats out Steve Moore for sure.
I know our women viewership's probably going to skyrocket tonight when this guy hits the airs.
Oh yeah, it's like, we should start calling this Beefcake Tuesday.
Ooh, yes. All right, what else we got before we bring in the legend?
I got so much to talk about. I mean, we could bring him in, but hey, I gotta do this real quick. Gary Penta just said something kind of funny, so I can't repeat it. You have to watch the video. If you watch Quick Hitter number 67, the brand new one we just did from Montana, if you haven't seen that yet, he just texted me a phrase from it. It was kind of funny, out of the blue. So anyway, what was I saying?
Gary,
I wanted to show you this. A couple people sent in some fines, and we sent them some stuff for them because, every once in a while we'll get fines, and if, they trip my trigger or whatever, I'll fire something off to them, like a pack of metal detecting cards or something. But let me show you these real quick.
Chinese candy or Japanese candy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Brian C. sent this in. He found all this on one dig. That's a silver coin from England in the U.S., and then he found this dad ring, which was kind of
pretty cool.
Hilarious.
I like that.
Probably right around Father's Day. And then we got this. I got to show you this. Ned Carl, he was doing a bunch of different hunts, and he sends me little updates every once in a while.
Ned's working it. Look at him.
Look, check out the shirt.
He's trolling for the ladies.
He is.
Ned. He's got one of our shirts on.
Yeah, exactly. He's got that on, and he found all this stuff. But just recently, look what he found. His first one, I think.
Oh, bar recorder?
Yeah. Look at that beauty. In great shape,
Good job, Ned.
Yeah.
The man.
That is stellar. So we sent him a little T-shirt, and it's kind of funny because about 5 minutes ago, his wife sent me a picture of him standing there, posing, very seductively in his new DTV shirt,
You better be careful. He's going to have to compete with, his wife's going to have to compete with other women, and then she's not going to be happy with us for giving him that awesome shirt.
I mean, it's Beefcake Tuesday, so here we go.
Yeah,
so we got that. We talked about that. We're going to talk more about the Apex, giving that away once, a little bit later. But I say we just get Butch, the man, in here himself. And
bring in the Beefcake himself.
All right,
yep.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Millions of views instantly.
It'll take me a couple seconds here. Here. In the meantime, I'm going to put something up like this, just so that that's us in Montana. You got no video, Butch. Here, let me see if I can look at anything from my end here. See if.
Why don't we go do something?
There he is. What the heck?
You know what? How many times? And we always test everything out in advance. We've been talking to Butch for half an hour in the green room. Everything's fine, and the second we go live, it's like.
Well,
Kind of like me trying to switch cameras and it wasn't turned on.
Oh, we got to talk about that. We're all three testing our stuff, me, KG, and Butch, about half an hour ago. And Butch is like, oh, are those, what kind of horns are those back there? And KG's, oh, let me show you my man cave, So he gets up with his camera and starts, moving around the room to show it to him, except he has the wrong camera. And all we've got is a crotch shot of KG. And we're like, is he doing this on purpose? He's like, here's some elk, here's some deer, and all we've got is a crotch shot. So that's what we had to do. I was
waiting for the cheesy music to start.
The 70s
Iron Mike music.
Yeah.
Kind of like that video Gary set up on me, but.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot. Okay, Butch is on here. We're already talking, but Butch, you probably don't know this, but I always read a little something about our guest and introduce them. So we're going to do it and make it official. So here we go.
Well, don't believe it all. We're competing live.
All right, our guest tonight is extremely shy and doesn't have much to say, so we'll probably need everyone's help to see if we can draw him out of his shell a little bit. That being said, the title of his new book, No, I Won't Shut Up, is somewhat perplexing to me. He's the publisher of American Digger magazine, co-hosts American Digger's Relic Roundup, and wears full-bodied red underwear with a flap in the back to bed every night. Please welcome Butch Holcombe. All right.
How come most of those don't sound like their female voices in there?
They should. We know what you do.
Thank y'all.
You get around females, you fall off of chairs. So I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yes, the infamous Mr. Gravity.
Yeah.
That's one of the few times I've made a girl cry that it was actually funny later. So because she started crying when she saw me hit the ground, or maybe she was afraid of the impact, but it did happen. This is all real.
We were going to have you on. I don't know if some people might remember this, but we had you scheduled like over a month ago, and you had something like a tornado or something knocked out all the internet for a day or something. Is that why we had to cancel it?
It did. I don't remember what it was, but it was something through the beauty of the internet that went wrong. So I think it was a storm.
Right. Yeah. Well, we got.
I think he had a better offer to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
No. I had slow internet service back then, but I put in bigger wires now, so that should speed everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Superb.
Very cool.
So you said last time, like we were going to have you on at the time we did because you had just come back from something and you were going to talk about it or whatever. What was the deal? What was it?
You're asking me to remember because you don't remember.
I don't remember any of it. Yeah.
That's such a dumb question. I'm going to let KG answer it.
I remember it. I remember specifically because we were going to talk a little bit, mostly just about his background and what he does and how awesome he is and how long he's been in the business. But we were going to talk a little bit about his brand spanking new book. I believe that's what we were going to talk about.
I knew he knew, so I wasn't going to bother to answer it because he already knows.
See, I knew. Did you get a book, Tim? Did you get a book?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably did.
Yeah, you did. Mine's autographed though. I don't know if he autographed.
Yeah,
yours.
see, I don't know.
What color crown did I use on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, purple.
So Butch, how did the big show go here recently?
Oh, it was awesome. It was. Steve's going to have to bundle you guys up and send you to one of our shows. But for those that don't know, we had the 4th annual American Digger Antique Military and Americana show in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But let's put it this way: it was a lot of metal detecting related stuff there. We had a lot of the manufacturers set up, a lot of dug artifacts, coins, bottles, everything you could think of. There was actually 238-foot tables.
Man.
And somebody did math last night and said that's over a quarter mile of displays and artifacts and things.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, that would have been better than going through most museums, Oh,
it's like going through a museum where half the stuff's for sale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. And, I'm the one that puts, well, I put on 2 of these. I do this one, and then January, I also do one in the low country of South Carolina in Charleston. But these are the most fun I've ever had. I mean, with my clothes on, at least. I have a blast doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I know we were going to go to one once, but we were at the SHOT Show, I believe.
That's right. And that's actually what's going to happen the next Charleston show, which I know especially you, KG, we've talked about both you guys coming down there and hunting the low country, which there's some amazing hunting down there. But we actually had to move the date this year because it fell on New Year's Eve, and we wanted everybody halfway sober when they set up their displays. So we moved it to the 15th and 16th, I think, 14th, 15th, 15th, 16th. But it falls right in the SHOT Show this year, I believe. So maybe next year.
Yeah. So Butch, let's talk about the book. Let's talk about it. What's
why not? Everybody else talks about me.
Yeah. What's the deal?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, I want you to talk about it. I don't know anything about it.
Well, it's called No, I Won't Shut Up. But let me tell you, that's kind of a misnomer because I've already decided when I sell 10,000 of these books, that's right, 10,000 of these books, I will shut up until I print the next one. So there you go, folks. There's your answer. How do you get me to shut up? Just buy more books.
Exactly. Now that's the name. That's the name of your column in the back of every magazine too, right? Yeah.
It's actually The Publisher Speaks. Will he ever shut up?
Right on.
This book, that question. That's what this book is. Actually, is a collection of every one of the columns I've done for the past 16 years. Actually, 16 years in American Digger magazine. And there are a lot of people, bless their hearts, and we should really pray for them. But there's a lot of people that say they go to my column first in the magazine. So that just brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's just, it really does. And I hope I haven't influenced any children or innocent people.
Oh, yeah. You probably have no idea all the people you have reached, but I know that magazine, man, I'll tell you what, it's top notch to me. It's my favorite of all times. I'm not just saying that. That's the first actual metal detecting book I've ever paid my own money for.
Right, exactly.
Literally.
That's I mean, it's very impressive. Yeah, anybody that's seen it understands. I mean, it's head and shoulders above anything else. I mean, we used to get a few other ones, but
I've never been one to pat myself on the back, partially because I'm too fat to reach back there. But I tell you, it's my favorite magazine too. I read the others because I usually swap subscriptions with a few others that are still out there. But ours is what I did in our magazine from day one. I tried to put in there what I wanted to read because I knew I was a lot like other detectives. So far, it's been a hit.
Yeah, I love the stuff. I love the stuff that people will ID too. Weird things that they send in. That's really cool, and I like that. You guys have a thing online too, don't you, where you can help ID some oddball stuff. Yeah, the Facebook version. What's that called? Is it just American Digger Magazine on Facebook or what?
No, we actually have several Facebook pages. There's the one you're speaking of is American Diggers Can You ID? Right. And on that page, it's anything you want identified. We ask that people keep it to that. But we also have an American Digger Readers Finds page, which you're welcome to post anything you find, your videos, whatever you want to post on that one. And then we also have an American Digger magazine page. And that's kind of the granddaddy of them all. We've been on there for, 12 years at least.
Right.
And got a bunch of followers on that. And there's also, I have my personal page, which Facebook decided I wasn't worthy to have a page here a while back. So I had to actually recreate my whole page. So if you get a friend request from me and I'm speaking semi-coherent English, it's probably from me.
Yeah. It's not one of those scam things where they've, a lot of times you'll get a duplicate friend request because somebody has scammed you and and stuff. But like I got that, and I thought that at first, but then I saw your note. It's like, yeah, this is really me. So
it really is.
I get all those friend requests from all them scantily clad women, and I'm pretty sure that's legit.
Don't be messing with my girls.
Oh, those are totally legit. Yeah,
that's
I always
so
show those to CB, and she's like, "Yeah, that's legit. Go ahead and accept that."
I found out if you just give me your bank account number, then you don't have to answer them all.
That's right. Just get it over with.
Here's how I make important decisions is right here. So I highly recommend that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey guys,
So,
you guys carry this for a little bit. I'm gonna go refill my
beverage.
Yeah.
All right, I got questions for Butch anyway.
All right, and I got a list here too when I get back. So
okay, yeah, whatever. We don't need you.
And I have a lawyer present.
Yeah, Butch, how long have you had the magazine? When did you start it?
Oh wow, I would have to do the math. What was it, Anita? 2005, according to my wife, and we haven't missed an issue since then. We come out 6 times a year, and the 100th issue, which is this baby right here, most people have gotten the mail by now, but in it, that is actually 100. And here's all of the covers if you've got a magnifying glass. So we have done it for 17. Well, let's see. This is volume 17, issue 4. So we've done it for about 17 and a half years.
That's
16
awesome.
and a half full time because it became so popular I had to quit my real job. And that's kind of a neat thing.
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
But tell me what is one of your favorite all-time finds that you personally found?
Oh, wow. I've had a bunch of great finds, and a lot of my finds have been Civil War related because of the area I live. I live in the Southeast. But my favorite Civil War relic, not my most valuable, but my favorite was actually a Union soldier's identification tag, and he was actually a deserter. But his father was an influential architect up in Connecticut. I mean, you do an internet search on the guy's name, his father's name comes up everywhere as being an architect. And he was very big in government. So they wound up and near the end of the war saying that they had made a mistake. The gentleman was not a deserter, but they still busted his right down to private. So he did something wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's kind of a cool thing because of the story. Now, the best jewelry piece, my favorite jewelry piece, which tells a story. I was hunting in Augusta, Georgia, which is the hometown of James Brown, one of the all-time great musicians. And so I was actually hunting in the area near where James grew up. And I got this killer signal and dug it up. It was the most gaudy 14 diamond ring I've ever seen with gold and platinum interwoven. Wow. It just felt like it weighed about a half pound. And then about 5 feet away, I found an Augusta sheriff's badge with it.
No way.
So there's some kind of story there, but that's what I call the ring of James Brown. And nobody can prove it.
Yeah.
Probably a scuff break, maybe broke out in a fight with the law.
Yeah, but it probably didn't belong to James Brown, but there is a story there because of this was not in the nice section of town. Let me put it that way.
All right. Hey, here we go, Butch. You keep talking. You're talking about your finds. Can you tell us about any of this?
Oh, I certainly can. Okay, from left to right, or it's possibly right to left. I don't know. I'm putting it in reverse.
Yeah.
But if you look at the top 2 finds on the right and the left there, those are both carved mini balls.
Oh, wow.
Carved bullets. The one on the left is an acorn, and it's a 3-dimensional. These were actually used by one of the Army Corps as an emblem, but some soldier carved an acorn. When it rolled out of the dirt, it actually had a real brown patina on it, and I thought it was a real acorn.
Oh, so yeah.
Before I even went back and picked that up. Now, the one on the right is an absolute work of art. If you look at it real close, you can see a finger with a fingernail down at the base of it. And then right above that, there are 3 leaves spread out, which someone said they look like tobacco leaves. And then on the other side is either a flower or a sun. like a spiral.
That,
and it's all done in 3D relief.
man,
and it
is
was
that awesome?
Yeah, the best carved bullet I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
and the other two are
Amazing.
actually buckles that are just super rare. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the CSA buckle, and then there was the one with the little building or whatever that archway is.
that's Georgia State Seal. And one of the cool things about that was actually the first buckle of any kind I ever found, and it's also the rarest by far.
Really?
And my
Wow.
understanding is this particular one, they made 1,000 matching sets, which would be 2,000 altogether. 1,000 of the box plate, 1,000 of the belt buckles. That's all that was
Wow.
made. So compare that to like a SVDB penny. How
Right.
much rarer? It's just almost unheard of.
That's
First
like
one ever found. Yeah,
mind-boggling. All
it
right,
is
so
really.
what else we got here? Let's look at this. What is this here?
Okay, that is a real cool story there. Both of those were found by me, but the one at top is actually from a Union camp, and it says U.S. on it. This was sold to the Yankee soldiers, the Union soldiers, just as kind of a souvenir, just to show their patriotism. The one below it was found at a Confederate site. It is identical, except they've carefully filed the U.S. off of it. And if you hold it up sideways, you can actually see the remains of the U.S.
Oh,
So they cut
man.
side. So I thought that was cool.
That is
That's
cool.
awesome. Man.
Yes. And that's why you should look at things really close, because had I found the one with the U.S. scratched off and not the one with U.S. still on there, I would never know it would have anything on it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Arrow, man.
What do we got here?
That's some ugly guy holding a book. Okay, on the bottom left and bottom right are the Union ID tag that I was talking about. And the buttons on the right is Georgia Military Academy, and the one on the left is Irish Jasper Green. And both of those are extremely rare Georgia Civil War era buttons.
I don't think I've
The
ever
GI
seen a
was actually a military institute that I grew up very near there. So
well,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a button with a date on it, like a coin. That's pretty cool.
that's very rare to see. There are just a handful of buttons made that way, and
Man.
this happened to be one. They were also very well made. That's why it's got so much gold left on it, or gilt.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's not gold gilt, what some people say, but it's gilt.
yeah. Yeah, so what do we got here? Let's see. I'm looking through stuff. It's been so long since we were going to have this show. I can't even remember what we had.
Ugly, pretty ugly. The ugly guys had to wear red shirts that day.
I see. Yeah, definitely on the
Yeah, Jeff would definitely fit
Jeff,
in that
yeah,
category.
for sure.
He knows. He's not ashamed of it. You know, be proud of your strengths, and ugly is the boy's
That's
strength.
right. That's right.
And then we got this one.
On our show, so there they are again, and there's the infamous Heath Jones at the right.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
We got that
Wide
story.
were kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Ah, that is
Inside
awesome.
joke is so funny. And if anybody ever wants to have a good time that knows Heath, just go up to him and say, "That's what I'm talking about." And
Yeah.
he will
That'll work.
maybe or maybe not tell you the story.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially after a bathroom break.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, for sure.
We got to get him
Yeah.
on sometime.
Yeah, we should get him on here sometime. He's got some funny stories.
So he was doing some live feeds from the show, so we got a chance to see him.
Yep.
And we also got a chance to see Miss Emily Copeland. You remember her?
Oh,
Little Dirt Digger.
Little Dirt Digger.
LDD.
She's
Yes.
on here right now. I saw her.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Yes.
love LDD. Yeah.
That's my
Hi,
favorite
Emily.
Relic runner of all time. That girl is just amazing, and she's even got me and her in I guess you would say a rap gangster pose there that she posted on Facebook. And it's cool,
Hey.
yeah.
There she is. She just popped up again. There she is. I can
Yeah.
see her on here. I'm here, she
She's
said.
She found a
Yeah.
killer. Man.
She's here.
Yeah, we've met
We
her
love ya,
several
Emily.
times, and yeah, cute as a
She's
button.
good.
But she's growing up. She's turning into a superstar digger now. Yeah.
Sorry
Yep.
to keep moving. sinking into my chair here.
I'm sitting over here just kind of reading the comments. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No. So you got any other shows coming up, Butch, here soon?
Well, we've got we do 2 a year. American Digger does them actually, but we've just had the one in Chattanooga, and in January we have one in Charleston, South Carolina, and that is really a digger show because there is such good metal detecting and digging down in South Carolina low country, and that show will be happening the 14th and 15th, I think, or it could be the 15th and 16th of January, but Saturday and Sunday. And I urge anybody down there that's interested in metal detecting, artifacts, anything like that, to come to that show because it is an amazing show too. It's a completely different atmosphere than the Chattanooga shows. Very laid back and just you want to go in there and take your time, but you still come out broke with a lot of cool toys to take.
So the reason we've never done this is obviously because of our SHOT Show stuff, right? Every year.
Right.
Man.
Well, I've talked to them about changing the SHOT Show, and they're looking into that, but they say we aren't quite big enough yet.
All right.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to get to the other one, the one before January. So we'll have to work on Steve and them and get us down, because then we can incorporate metal detecting. We can go out for a couple of days of metal detecting too. So
that's what I will. Yeah, I will take you guys out and show you. Mark Schulzer, the guy that helps us put this on, he's also president of the Federation of Metal Detecting and Archaeological Clubs, but he helps put on the shows. And we all went out hunting, and he is actually so far from the north that he's a Southerner. He's in upstate New York, and he's every bit as Southern acting as I am, although you can't tell it from his accent.
Right,
he found a good Confederate relic, so he goes out relic hunting with us, gets a beautiful script eye button about 5 feet from me.
No way.
Yeah, and what do I find? A Connecticut button, which is cool, but he got the
good one.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask Butch if he had any more metal detecting trips coming up.
Actually, I backed out of one coming up this weekend because it is in the South Carolina low country, and it's 100 degrees here inland at Georgia, right?
It's got to be humid there too, I bet.
Yeah, and when I thought about that, then I had to cancel the one going to South Carolina. So I'll probably be waiting until the fall, unless around here, something that can make or break a site is when they start construction. And if I see them start construction in the right place, then I'll go out there and brave the heat, because that's a short window of opportunity for that.
Right.
Hey, now I've got a couple questions here that came in over a month ago, and you guys probably talked about them when I wandered off to find a beverage of my choice. But let me just ask a couple of these. I know we've already talked about your book, and we might give one away later tonight, right?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, we'll do that. And then you were already talking about your Civil War relics, so we know that's probably your favorite kind of stuff to find. But let's ask, how about this? What's the best coin you've ever found?
Oh boy. Well, I've never found a gold coin. I did find the oldest coin I found, and probably my best coin, I guess, but it's a 1670 something hammered silver that I dug out in Savannah, Georgia. And I don't know exactly what kind of coin it is. I just know it's hammered. It's probably a real, I guess. But that's what, once you get into the 1800s, I found a few reals, in 1700 coins, and then you get in the 1800s, and I found quite a few of them. So, you know what my favorite one is, though? Is a simple flying eagle cent, because in 52 years, I've only dug one of them.
Yeah. How crazy is that? And you know what? That's so true. When I was up in Montana, I dug one, and I recognized it from the back. And these guys, I was out with the original Team ATC. It was KG and Bones, and T.O. was just showing up, and he jumped over the fence and walks up, and he knows a little bit about coins, and I do myself as well. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a flying eagle. And George is like, there's no way, and they're all poo-pooing this. And I go, T.O., what is this? And he's like, It's a flying eagle, and that was the only one I've ever found my whole life.
Yeah, you figure in Montana to find something like that is so rare. You know?
You know, that's something that's weird. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason for you to find something.
Yeah.
I've seen some great finds come out of places that it's the least expected thing to find out of.
And that's that judge a book by its cover thing. I remember I probably told this story before, but I had a permission that I put off for over a year because I just thought, oh, this is just going to be a bunch of
modern.
Yeah, it's just a little modern. Yeah. Maybe I might get a silver Rosie out of it or something. I put it off. I ended up finding my first silver dollar there, plus a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Plus a rare token. I was just like, are you kidding me? It was just sitting there for over a year, you know?
All it takes is just one little lot that nobody has paid attention to. The best site I ever got into was probably a half-acre lot, if that, loaded with junk, and I dug Confederate relics till I couldn't dig anymore.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Sometimes when we'd be filming our show, we would get into these, pretty historical spots. Mm-hmm. But sometimes Tim and I would have traded some of them spots for just a really old 17 or 1800s yard. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh yeah. I love hunting the yards because you don't know what you're going to get out of them. It can be military, civilian, anything.
And a lot of times it's a whole mix of all of it, you know?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And don't ever pass up a site because you just assume it's too junky or assume it's modern or this, that. Don't assume anything. Actually jump in there and see.
Right.
Yeah.
The best way to find out if anything's there is to actually metal detect.
Yep.
Exactly. Let's see. I got one more question that I don't know if KG asked this already or not, but I just out of curiosity, what made you start a magazine and how did the whole thing get launched? Did we already talk about this? Or?
No. That's a good one.
That's kind of cool. Somebody wrote that in.
What a story. Yeah. Hey, everybody out there on the chat. I can't multitask, so Anita will answer your questions for me. But it was funny. I worked as a machinist, but once they came out with the CNC machines, which I had to learn to do because I was traditional machining, I was able to sit there with some time on my hand while the machines ran. So I started writing freelance articles for Western Eastern Treasures, Lost Treasures, those type of magazines. And most of them got printed. So on one of our vacations, actually it was on a book tour, the first book I ever wrote, Never Makes a Skunk. We went up to Virginia and had kind of a self-made book tour we were doing and went to one of the magazines. And I was expecting a big office building, and I walk into these people's living rooms with two computers and a mascot dog running around, and that was the magazine. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And I found out how they did it. They shared the information all with me. And on the way home, Anita and I started talking about, we could launch a magazine. Huh. And since anyone told us we couldn't, this is going to sound like a lie, but it's the honest to God's truth. We bought a book off the internet, and the name of it was How to Start a Magazine. And I also bought a Photoshop for Dummies book. That is what launched American Digger Magazine. And for the first printing, before it even came out, now this says something about popularity. Before the first issue, we had 500 paid subscribers. So we took that money, and this is going to kill you, Ringy, but I also sold a Martin D28 and a 1973 Les Paul to first printing.
No.
Oh, I wish I had.
What color was the Les Paul?
It was the cherry sunburst cherry.
Oh no!
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I sold the bluegrass kit to somebody in Japan who had a Japanese bluegrass group. So
really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make any jokes about that or anything because they got my guitar now. But I guess it's theirs.
That's crazy.
I don't regret getting the magazine.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, there's some guitars that I sold that I could just stab myself in the eyeball for doing it. But like there was my brother didn't give it to me, but I bought it from him one time. This incredible acoustic guitar. I don't think it was a Taylor, but it was something just, yeah, maybe it was a Taylor, but it was a custom inlaid incredible thing. And
wow,
I didn't do it justice, so I ended up selling it back to him or something. That's one. But the one that kills me is my Silverburst Les Paul that I bought in the early 80s and played it. I played it on stage for years, and then I sold it to one of our bandmates who still has it, and he won't give it back to me. I keep saying, when are you going to give this back to me? And he won't do it.
Well, the heritage on my guitar
wait for me to die, and then
I know.
It was one of the ones used by the guy that was in Mother's Finest, who I couldn't tell you what his name was, but supposedly he owned the guitar. So
wow. Hey, you know what? We've never played guitars together. Sometime we're gonna have to get together and we got to play guitars for a couple of minutes or something.
We got to. And
next
by the
year
way,
after the show. Next year after we go to the show.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of beers and then we'll try to get our guitars in tune or something.
Oh, yeah, that's always been my goal, to get my guitar in tune. And after that, I'm going to learn some chords.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know 3.
But, well, I know 2, but I'm going to catch up with it. But you know what? Even with guitars, my mind is so geared towards melody detecting now that the songs I write now generally have something to do with melody detecting. And they're not that great, but by golly, they talk about melody detecting.
Right.
Yeah,
they're probably some of the best metal detecting songs ever written,
No, the best one ever written is Your Brother and Your Song.
That was a stunner, wasn't it? Yeah. If you really actually break it down, when he sent that to us, I was like in shock. I kind of teared up. I was like, I thought he was just going to write us kind of a little joke intro song or something. And this thing was like a full on, if you listen to the lyrics, and I mean, he's all over the place. The instrumentation on it is just phenomenal. I was so floored,
You'll have to share that with your audience sometime.
Yeah, it's out there. It's on YouTube
Detector
somewhere.
Boys.
Yeah, it's called Detector Boys, and it's on our YouTube channel, the Anaconda Treasure YouTube channel. You can find it out there. Just type in Anaconda and Detector Boys. It's got to come up. But it's like, it'll be the music video. It'll show us doing all our dumb old stunts we used to do when we were younger and didn't care about getting bloody when we jumped off of cliffs and stuff. But I mean, it'll show all that, but all the music in the background, it's his song. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
He had the safest job in that video because he just got to stay in and play guitar and produce it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Oh gosh, yes. You guys have to come to Chattanooga or Charleston sometime, and I guarantee you we will have one heck of a time.
Oh, we'll have a blast for sure. Yeah, because we had a great time.
Yeah.
Hey, remember this? I mean, how long ago was this when we were all hanging out?
Oh my
Let's see if I can see this here. Look at this right here. There's the Heathmeister again.
Oh yeah.
There we are. That's what
Where
I'm talking
was that?
Wasn't that?
Well, we had the Apex. That was this year.
Yeah. That's when Tim found somebody put a note in his pocket or something, I think.
That's when you found that awesome coin, KG. Remember?
Yeah, we won. We took on Steve and Miguel, and we kicked their butts. Remember?
Exactly. And Butch correctly judged the contest for us.
Yes.
And then
money talks, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Look at that.
And then we did this.
Look at that. Wow.
And there's the actual judging.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
That was a fun week. Yeah.
It was. That's what detective's all about. Getting together. I mean, the fines, sure, that's important, but getting together with friends and acting the fool and doing the stuff we did out there, that's just awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a blast.
That's the treasure. That's the treasure.
It is. It took me a while to learn that. Like when I first started, I was all about, if I wasn't finding something, I was so upset, and after a while it just became like, this should be fun. This should be an enjoyable adventure, you know, and then it, you know, once the TV show hit and everything, I mean, it became that. It just became more about how much fun can you have, you know, and you're sharing all this stuff with the other people around you that are interested in the same kind of stuff. And, you know, you find the coin guys and the relic guys and all this, and, you know, it's just a blast.
And if you can't have fun doing this, you should do something else.
Oh,
because this
100%.
Not only about having fun, but it's about sharing the history. You know, don't get the stuff and hoard it and not show it. Post it places. Show people. You don't have to tell them exactly where you're hunting, but share and be happy about it. Because that's what it's about.
Just
GPS coordinates, of course.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that, because we even back before we had a TV show, we'd always post everything, and people, you know, there's always somebody that'll go, well, where'd you find that? And we'd be like, well, we were up at a site near the border of Canada. And that just kind of became what we would always say. And in fact, in this brand new quick hitter we just came out with from our Montana trip that we just now did, it was this ghost town one. We went, and I used that phrase in there. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I just said, yeah, we were up at a place on the border of Canada as usual.
Yeah, there's a lot of ghost towns in Canada, eh?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, if people have been there, or I don't know, it was on private property. We had a permission to go in there, but I know people have hunted it over the years, whether they had permission or not. So
yeah,
that's a bad thing too, but it happens.
A lot of places we would go when we were doing our TV show, other people later on would go to, and they'd find a bunch of stuff, and they're like, man, them guys ain't any good. They left all kinds of stuff. What they don't realize is the second we find enough for a show, I mean, they scoop us up and they zip us off to another spot, and we're like begging them, just let us stay a little longer. They say, no, we got to go. And then we leave all this stuff behind, and it's like, we've left some spots that we wanted to cry.
And we know we'll never, ever get to go back there. And it's just like, you know, it's just like you just sit there and think about it. It's like, there's got to be so much stuff there. Hey, KG, before we go any further, let's talk about the Apex for a second. We're giving one away. I'm going to show a little 30-second thing about it, because we're gonna give this away with the help of our fine friends at SPE Plumbing and Electric. They're helping sponsor this thing, and let's talk about this. I'm gonna make the official post after this show, but most everybody knows that all you have to do is leave a comment to win something here, which is true. But if you use the word Apex, you're going to be entered into the Apex contest as well. So here, let's see if I can find something to run here. Is there something here that we have? Apex giveaway. Yeah, here we go. We'll just sit here and listen to this for 30 seconds. Hey everybody, Ringy here. We've reached 11,444 followers on Facebook, and as everybody knows, that's the threshold for giving away a free Garrett Apex metal detector, right? So with the help of our friends at SPE Plumbing and Electrical, here we go. Let's give one away.
Enter to win.
We'll be choosing the winner in late August from comments on specific posts using the keyword Apex.
Apex.
Rules and details are on the Diggin with KG and Ringy Facebook page post, which you're probably already looking at right now. We'll also tell you all about it on the Runnin Gunnin Podcast, which airs sporadically on Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Links to everything can be found at diggintv.com, so go there now and enter, and win yourself this magnificent multi-frequency machine.
There you have it. We're giving away an Apex, everybody.
Very cool. Very cool.
Butch, maybe you could win it.
That's the machine you guys won the competition with it, I judged, I believe.
That is true.
Yep. Yeah, we had to use that machine. And it was funny because up to that hunt, Tim and I, we really didn't want to use it because we were so good with our
Max.
AT Max that we didn't want to, we didn't even want to learn it because we were afraid we were going to miss stuff at these sites. But when we went there, they said, you have to use the Apex and no other machine. And Tim and I were like, oh crap. But by the second or third day, I mean, I didn't feel like I was, that I didn't have the right machine, because once I learned it, I was really impressed with it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, and the same for me. Like, I will go out and take the Max and the Apex now, and sometimes I'll just hunt with the Apex, and I'm in total confidence with it. Especially, you know, like when we're on saltwater beaches and stuff, I would take it over the Max because I've used it a few times there, and it just crushes it. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I don't know. I've talked about it before. Nobody wants to hear about it, but it's pretty amazing how quiet it is on the beach, you know? It's just amazing.
That brings up something. You know, you shouldn't have just one detector. You know, have them. You can't win a game of golf with one club. So, you know,
Correctamundo.
Yes, sir.
Correct. All right. Now, the other thing we're going to do before it gets too late is run this 30-second video real quick. Oh, I'm looking for a mouse. I don't have one. I got a Mac here in front of me. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here. Now, this is why you guys are getting a free Apex. So, here you go.
SP Plumbing and Electric is your go-to Northern Arizona company for everything from bridge construction to minor home repairs. No job is too big or too small. Generators, heating and cooling, new construction, stage building, carpet removal, remodels, framing, demos, fire cleanup, maintenance, service, and repairs. Have a hole in your wall? We can fix that too. Find us online at spesystemsinc.com. That's spesystemsinc.com. Getting stuff done since 1975.
Look at that. Boy,
Did they get that guy off the wall that stuck his foot through the wall? Is he okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
One too.
You know, the announcer on that commercial sounded, you know, kind of sexy. He's probably, you know, buff and awesome looking dude.
Yeah, he probably did a prison outfit. No, that's cool. Hey, so we're gonna have a giveaway, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Look, we're gonna give away. I already told you we're giving away Megalodon tooth and that whole patch collection, plus a bunch of SPE stickers, some cool Arizona stickers. We got other stuff that, I mean, you won't even know what's going to come in the prize pack. Like always, there's always going to be extra stuff. So that being said,
yeah, like every time he sends me something, I got trash, I got flip tops, I got broken pencils.
The last few prize packs went out with all the Stella caps I drank the night of the thing, you know. So, but the other thing, what I'm trying to say is Butch is giving away a book too, but we're going to have two separate ones. So let's give the book to somebody else so that two winners can happen tonight.
Very good. Very astute of you.
That's all I'm trying to say, KG. And you're the number guy. You're going to have to, KG's going to have to pick the numbers, and then people are going to have to start picking numbers, and everybody knows how it works. You get two numbers, and KG's going to give you a range from 1 to whatever. And then you get to guess two numbers, and then after the show's over, sometime tonight or tomorrow, I'll go through all of it tediously and pick out a couple people, and they will be the winners. And Butch, I can send you the address of the book winner, and then
that'll be fine.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine. In fact, somehow if they get in touch with me, I'll sign it to them if they want to, or send it blank. And also, I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit since this is the 100th issue and kind of a collectible in itself. If I can get the camera there. But I'm going to send a copy of that one as well, the 100th issue, and an Digger detail, and American Digger fountain pen. So I would say wait more, but that's it.
That's it. And I've got American Digger stickers here too. I'm going to be throwing in our prize pack. So you're going to get something from Butch one way or the other.
And if you put them on stop signs, wipe out the website because we don't want to get arrested.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. You can stick it above a urinal, and everybody that's peeing can see it.
Stick it in the urinal, right on there. You got to have a target.
Flush.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hey guys, let me tell you the great one we ever got. We had a guy subscribe from Scotland.
Oh, really?
And Anita, she said, how did you find out about the magazine? He said, I got one in the airport. And I'm thinking, I didn't know we sold them in the airport.
Yeah.
He had found it sitting on the waiting area at the airport, saw the magazine overseas in Scotland and subscribed. So we get all around.
That's where I left that book.
Right.
That's third stall, I believe.
That's where you threw it, KG. I saw you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I pick a number.
You got to pick a number so these people can.
All
They're
right.
waiting with bated breath.
Bated breath. Cookie breath.
People have already been picking numbers. They just assume you're going to pick 1 to 69.
All right, between 1 and 80.
Oh, KG changes it up.
Yeah.
1 to 80. All right.
2 choices per person between 1 and 80. The guy who nails it gets all the goods. And is that for your package or is that for
that's for both. I'm gonna draw. The first draw will be for the prize package here with the Meg tooth and everything, and then the second person that gets in on that draw, whoever would have come in second, is just going to get the book. It doesn't really matter.
All right, that's easy.
That way, we only have to do one set of numbers, and it's all good.
Yep.
So there'll be 2. So really, the grand prize will be the book. Second place will be Meg tooth, and a bunch of beer bottle caps.
Now, Butch, I want you to tell everybody how, again, they can subscribe to American Digger magazine.
All the websites, all that kind of info, where they can find you and everything, just in case somebody's been under a rock and doesn't know.
Now it's time for wait, there's more. Yeah, go to AmericanDigger.com. That's AmericanDigger.com. And you can subscribe online. You get your choice now of digital or print copy. It's about half and half, as far as the subscribers we have, but be sure you get the one you want because some people click the wrong one and then we have to go back through it and issue a refund and all. But do that, AmericanDigger.com, or you can also call us here at our office, 770-362-8671, and I'm sure Anita will post that in the comments. Probably.
Anita just posted the website, so if you're looking for it, there's a link to it now right there in the comments.
So just do that, folks, and we will fix you up with it. And hey, listen at this. Wait, there's more. This one is free. If you've never subscribed to American Digger magazine and you want to check it out first and get in touch with Anita, we will send you absolutely free a copy of American Digger magazine so you can see what you've been missing. So what more can I do?
There's not much
Nothing.
more. I mean, you can strike a pose or something, I don't know.
Every month I pretend like I'm somebody else and I get a free magazine.
I noticed that they all go to
the same address in some Nowhereville, Kansas. It always goes there.
It's just amazing. They have a dedicated postal run to this guy's mailbox with American Digger magazines.
Right. It's a P.O. box.
Boy.
No.
All right.
Awesome.
What else you got, Cage? You got anything?
No, I just want to know if Butch has anything else he wants to get out there.
I do, and this one doesn't even have to do with metal detecting, but what are the most points you've ever killed on one of those heads? What's your biggest point?
17.
Oh,
17
I didn't know they
pointer.
grew that many horns.
Yeah.
Where was that one, Cage?
Right
Kansas.
on his head.
Kansas?
Huh?
Was it Kansas?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you
I
said,
know
where
a lot
was
of people that
it? Right on his
killed.
head?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you just said, where was it? I said on his head. But
Yeah.
All right. Hey, that sounds like the beginning of a song. I think you should work on that, Butch,
what's that?
You could write that into a song, that line.
Yeah,
where
you
was
could-
it? It was on his head.
Oh, that's right. I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was it when it's dead? It's on his head. Just don't get me singing.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, What do you think? Should we call it?
I mean, yeah, I'm good if Butch is good.
All right. I think I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to save for next week because obviously we got a whole bunch of stuff we did in Montana we haven't really talked about, but you can see it all in the quick hitter for the most part, but there's some funny stories that we have to tell.
Who's on next week? Do you even know?
Oh, that's a good point. Idea? We got August 24th. It's all on the event schedule. If you go to diggintv.com, just click on the button that says event schedule. It says event schedule, not event schedule. But but if you click on that, you'll see everything that we're about to do. And Pete Schichtel and Joe Jorgensen, the guys out on the East Coast, they're Pete's obviously a good buddy of ours, and he writes for American Digger magazine. He's he does the talking points articles. He'll be on.
There's a lot of important people with American Digger magazine.
Oh, heck yeah. So those guys are going to be on, and I'm sure we can get him talking about points and, all the American Indian stuff, Native American, all that stuff, because we don't know hardly anything about that. That's not our forte. But he'll be great about that. But we've had some cool hunts with him, and he's an awesome dude. And
you
Joe
guys
too.
went to the snake buckle, didn't you?
We what?
You guys went to the snake buckle dump.
We went to the snake pit. Yeah, we went to the snake pit, and it was a blast, man. I would go back there in a heartbeat, and I
would. We already gave him to take all of us out there.
Yeah. That was there's a video of it on our YouTube. It's not like a quick hitter, so you'd have to go kind of search for it. But if you put in like snake pit and anaconda treasure or something, it should come up. But it was a long time ago before we even were doing like quick hitters and stuff.
I didn't go.
I know. I went. It was a blast. Yeah. I mean,
we need to go back for you.
Yeah, we need to. Well, you need to talk to Pete and tell him,
we're coming.
Yeah,
he'll take us, guaranteed. He's great. Him and Joe both great guys.
Yep.
Yeah. It was crazy. I walked out of there like I had like drywall buckets full of stuff. It was awesome.
And wasn't that Pete in that?
I was joking around earlier about that being a tattoo design that KG's got on his shirt there. I tell you what, I'm going to throw out something else. The first person that sends a picture of their American Digger tattoo gets a free year subscription. Because I'm good like that. Oh, not you. If it's anywhere below the waist, you don't have to show it to me.
Now we need to see it no matter what. We need a verification.
It's going to be a tramp stamp. Can it be a tramp stamp?
All right, you know what's going to happen.
I say about a tramp stamp, you don't know you have it unless somebody tells you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's deteriorating fast, so I think we need to wrap this up. Yeah, we'll talk about all of this other stuff next week, KG. But anyway, to answer your question, the next couple weeks we have it may just be me and KG for now. We've been gone a while and we haven't set anything up. We've been out of the office, so to speak. But then the 24th, we've got Pete and Joe set up. They'll be on. And I think the week before that, we're gone or something. We're on the road. So if you just go look at the event schedule, it'll show you what's happening.
Yep,
awesome.
First 2 weeks of September, we'll be in England.
Yes.
Flying back overseas. So
assuming they let filthy Americans in there, right?
Guys, I'm going to admit it. I have never been to England. Somebody take mercy and take me over there.
Oh, you got to go, Butch. It's awesome.
I know. And I had a trip scheduled and then COVID hit and boom.
Oh, That ruined everything for everybody, obviously. CB and I were going to be in Australia for the entire month of August. All canceled. Crazy.
Well. Maybe we'll get back to normal.
Yeah.
Whatever normal is for people like us.
Right on. KG's never going to get back to normal, but you and I
hope I never do.
I think we have light.
when I grow up, I want to be like you guys, but then I realized I can't grow up and be like you guys. I got to choose one or the other.
Exactly.
Gotta
Unfortunately.
grow down.
Yeah, you can't have your
Gotta
cake
grow
and eat it too.
That's
Right.
right.
All right. Hey, Butch, thanks for being on.
Thank you guys. I was truly honored.
I'm going to
Yep,
send it
thank you,
out,
my
and we'll have
friend.
to do it again sometime, you know?
We will.
Absolutely.
We
You know,
will.
if we draw for the book, or you're just going to actually send the winner to me then?
I'll send you the winner. I'll send you the
That's
winner.
fine.
We'll figure it all out.
To
Awesome.
whoever wins it. In fact, you know, I had one here. I signed to Susan, and Susan never bought it. So if your name's Susan, then it's already autographed.
Susan's got a really good chance of winning this contest.
Yeah.
Well, I will put whatever name you want in it.
All right. Sounds good. All right.
Thank you, Butch.
We'll talk
Thank
soon.
You, buddy.
See you later.
Oh,
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, buddy.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show, brought to you by Garrett Metal Detectors and ATC's NX5 Diggin Tools. Check the ATC event calendar at anacondatreasure.com for showtimes. And tune in again for another extraordinary program packed with brilliance, insight, and fascinating guests.
Rooney.
Wait a minute, am I still talking about this show? Anyway, may silver and gold find its way into your pans and under your coils this week. Nectar in the pot for everybody. KG and Ringy out.
Teresa.
Mikey.
Craig.
Craigie. Del. Del's in the house.
Swags again. Tristan.
Trish is there.
Jen. Mike. Delbert.